What's up, the squad? Back with another video. Y'all seeing the title was going down. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it right here. Let's jump right into it, y'all.
Mucked up a Face magazine cover with him wearing a crown. See that? Yeah, he's the Lion King.
Oh, like lion
She probably made that up. They probably already heard her say that already.
and Ted.
Please, if he's king, I'm Queen Beatrice of the Netherlands, okay? He also admitted what life would have been like if he hadn't run for president again. It would have been so sad for him. Watch.
I had to make a big decision, and it was a very risky decision because if I would have lost, my life would have been a much different life. It would have been a very nasty life. They were going after me at levels that nobody's ever seen before. I had to make a decision, do I do this? Because if I lost, it would have been very, very bad. It was dangerous, actually, very dangerous in so many different ways.
But we would have known the only reason he would lose, honestly. We would know the only reason, and y'all know that. And that's if, him cheating, not actually, obviously. But at the same time, me personally, seeing what Trump went through, and seeing all the things, him being in court 24/7, I'm sitting there like, dang, he got to do this, he got to do that. The assassination, everything. I'm talking about everything. The whole bunch that man went through. And here they are. You're ready to bash him, talk crazy.
He says he would have had a hard life if he wasn't elected, and now we all have a hard life because he was.
Yeah.
But I ask you, Sonny, did winning the election save him from going to prison?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Oh, yeah?
He was convicted of 34 counts here in New York. There is no pardon power for a state conviction. And there is for a federal conviction.
Well, he could have pardoned himself.
He could have tried to not for state. Even the president can't do that.
Right.
But I will say, his sentencing was coming up, and then he won, and it all went away. And he had 3 other cases that were pending. Jack Smith had to drop them because he was going to fire Jack Smith anyway. So Jack Smith dropped them, who was the federal prosecutor responsible for really the election interference case in January 6th. Those were, I thought, very meaty and robust cases. And he avoided it all.
But
and now he is.
That doesn't sound fair to me. That doesn't sound American to me, Alyssa.
My thing is that Sonny is like the main one that always got to talk about somebody's a convicted felon, this, that, and the other. And he got away with this, and this got swept up under the rug, and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. But you the same person. Your husband is literally what happened is when I tell y'all, bro, I don't know what it is when it comes to it. I tried to do what I had to do when I'm trying to look for stuff. I couldn't find nothing. I don't know, y'all. Y'all always ask, and y'all always in the comments saying, "Oh, what's going on with your husband?" I trust me. I've been watching. I've been trying to figure it out. She need to worry about what's going on with her and her husband.
If the person gets all the charges dropped from the guy just because he wins an election, is that American?
I could argue that the precedent of imprisoning a president of the United States and sentencing them when they're a sitting president would be dangerous and complicated to do, or you can have Secret Service with him in jail. There's just a lot of things. It would just be completely unprecedented.
It's DOJ policy not to indict or imprison a sitting president.
What if it was a Democrat?
I would feel the same way.
It's still DOJ policy. Yeah. It is still DOJ policy. I think it would be very difficult. But, I have something to say about this Long Live the King. It's very interesting. Political commentator and journalist Ezra Klein, I talked about him last week. He wrote in the New York Times, he's excellent, "Don't believe Trump."
Yeah.
And what he said is that Trump has never really wanted to be president. He actually has always wanted to be king. And he also says that.
Bro, I'm confused, bro. Trump has never wanted to be president. Now I can say that Trump. When I seen an old video of Trump, I don't remember what talk show. It might have been A View. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know what it was, but I remember Trump saying that he didn't know if he wanted to run for president. He didn't know, and that wasn't, I know that, that's obviously probably not, it wasn't his focus, to do that. But, obviously saying that, he would fix things and do this, and do that. But him being king, bro, Like
He actually has always wanted to be king. And he also
he
said,
always wanted to be king.
he's excellent, don't believe Trump.
Yeah.
And what he said is that Trump has never really wanted to be president. He actually has always wanted to be king. And he also says that his plan this time is to first play king on television. And if we believe he is already king, we will be likelier to let him govern as a king. So don't believe him, because right now what we're seeing is he's waving his scepter, his king scepter.
Who is Ezra? Who the hell is Ezra to why? I'm just trying to figure, bro. That's you listen to somebody who is. What did she say his name was? Let me hear what she said his name was, y'all. I got to go back. I want to know who he
Would just be
is.
completely unprecedented.
To indict or imprison a sitting president. A policy. It is still DOJ policy. I think it would be very difficult. But you know, I have something to say about this "Long Live the King." It's very interesting. Political commentator and journalist Ezra Klein. I talked about him.
Ezra Klein? Who the hell is Ezra? I'm sorry for cussing y'all. I'm mad right now. It may not seem like it, but I'm just trying to figure out. Ezra Klein. Who is this dude? I've never seen this dude before. Who is he to even? Oh, Ezra Klein. He says this about Trump and says that. So everybody just supposed to believe, dude? It's not much. I'm not seeing. Anyways, I'm gonna let her finish the lies and the false information that she's gonna give everybody.
So don't believe him, because right now what we're seeing is he's waving his scepter, his king scepter.
Yeah.
It's king scepter.
Congestion pricing is gone.
Right.
He's waving his
Although
scepter.
I'm pro-congestion pricing being
Yes.
gone, and Whoopi would agree with me.
Well, I don't know. I feel like my drive-in has been a little bit easier and smoother. But, he's waving the scepter around, and people seem to think that things are happening by executive order. And I think that is his plan. He wants to run for a third term.
Well,
He wants
frankly,
to be
I
king.
think I think Elon Musk is.
Now I find it very interesting. I find it very interesting. Did y'all know that I recently posted a video, and it was recently something that was posted everywhere about Obama's third term? If y'all haven't seen it, I'm sure a lot of y'all have. If y'all just typing in YouTube Obama's third term, y'all see a big video. I'm pretty sure his name is Shawn Mendes. It's not Shawn Mendes. Is it Shawn Mendes? When I say Shawn Mendes, I'm pretty sure that's Shawn Ryan. Shawn Mendes is the singer. That's all I was about to say. Shawn Ryan. Not Shawn Mendes. Shawn Mendes, I think that's a singer. But Shawn Ryan. I'm pretty sure. Let me check it out. So, Shawn, that's a Canadian singer too. I apologize for that. But Shawn Ryan, if y'all just type in Obama's third term, I find it very funny that when you look this up, this was posted 2 weeks ago, right? This is posted 2 weeks ago. I find it real funny that a lot of people are starting to, spread it out, and send it here, send it there. That now she mentions, I think Trump is his third term. Y'all see how this works? This is what people are not understanding. This is how these things work. When you're at fault of something, and I'm speaking of the Democrats being at fault of something, and something goes out. I find it very funny how every single time, somehow, it comes back. Okay, Trump. Trump is this. Trump is that. It finds its way. When somebody get caught up, when it comes to taking money from taxpayers, that all becomes a topic, and Trump name is on it. I absolutely, this is interesting to me. I'm telling y'all.
To run for a third term.
Well,
He wants
frankly,
to be
I
king.
think I think
is
Elon
insane,
Musk is king, and he's much more of a court jester. Donald Trump.
Possible.
But look,
Wow.
I think what he did with this king, calling himself of a king, is he's trolling the opposition, and he is distracting the media, so that we don't talk about the nuclear scientists who were accidentally.
Like I said before, y'all, I don't think, and for the ones that keep on talking about, I pause and I talk, but then the same ones that always talk about, oh, I don't like to hear their voices. I try to do this so y'all don't gotta hear their voice. But listen, my thing is, I don't look at it as much of a distraction. I look at it as, obviously, because when it comes to the trolling and doing different things, he's obviously, I'm not even gonna lie. When I say this, I don't want y'all to think of it in a bad way, but Trump name is out there a lot. And it's making more and more people pay attention, to Trump, obviously what he's doing. And y'all obviously see that, it's important to see, what he's doing and this, that, and the other. And, so when Trump is saying these things, you obviously see how, people are getting a reaction out of this, but then when they get this reaction, they tend to flip things. Oh, he's distracting you from what's going on, and he's distracting you from this. It's not much of a distraction. I find it hilarious. Just for the simple fact that these women get so bitter and so negative, because when Trump is obviously everything that they doing, y'all can look up anything. Like, everything that they doing is out there. Everything that he's signing is out there. And that's what I don't get. When it came to the Biden administration and what they was doing, you didn't see none of that stuff that was going on. I've heard of things when I was watching that that title when it said Obama's third term, and seeing that the stuff with Sean Ryan, and I was listening, I was like, bruh, for real, like, this is insane. And hearing different things, and it's like you knew what was going on within that whole thing, like you knew everything, like. I know this person. You obviously probably didn't know who all, was in, and what person was, doing this and doing that. But it was just like everything just came together. This puzzle, it came together and it made sense, when Lindy was talking about it. So my thing is, I don't look at it at all as a distraction. I look at it as, wherever it can be this, that, and the other, whatever it is, Trump name is obviously going to be there. More and more people are going to pay attention and see what's actually going on, and obviously see the real out of it, to be honest.
Right. So that we don't talk about the bird flu experts that were accidentally fired. So that we don't talk about the 9/11 survivors who are going to lose their benefits. So that we don't talk about the
and with that 9/11 survivors losing their benefits, I didn't see nothing on that. Much. I was actually looking that up, and I didn't see much on that. So when it comes to this, again, you get lies and false information, because, and I probably have to look more onto it, but I don't know. Y'all can let me know in the comments. But I didn't see much on that, so I don't know about all that.
Eggs that is through the roof that he had promised to slash on day one, so that we don't talk about Jocelyn Carrasco.
And they always bring up the price of eggs, like, he can just, okay, yeah. Eggs, make it $1. There's things that need to be in place first. They know this stuff.
So that we don't talk about Jocelyn Carrasco, the 11-year-old girl in Texas who died by suicide because she was being bullied at her school, 11 years old. She was being bullied by being told that her parents were going to be taken away by ICE. She was being terrorized by others.
Let me tell y'all something. And this is being, like, completely honest. I don't want nobody feeling no type of way about this, obviously. Pretty sure she said her name was Jocelyn. If I got it wrong, I deeply apologize. Like, I'm not, trying to do that. But what I have to say about this, prayers to her family, prayers, to her family, sending my love and condolences, because that is a sad thing. Regardless of how anybody say it, I have daughters of my own, and that's something that you obviously, I don't know, I couldn't even imagine. So that's definitely sad. But my thing is with this whole thing is, where was all this energy at when immigrants, were doing things to Americans? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Where was all this energy? Where was all the talks when you sit there and you talk about the immigrants doing this to Americans, you having all these cases, these criminal cases? Why are they not having a topic on that? on what's actually going on. That's what I don't understand and what I don't get. And like I said, prayers to her family, sending my love and condolences, because that is a sad thing. I'm not even gonna lie. That is definitely sad. And it makes me sad even thinking about something like that, you know, for somebody to, you know, bully a child about something like that. That is definitely sad. And one thing about it, like I always say, you know, kids obviously do what they're taught. You know, they do what they're taught. So I definitely would say that, you know, if that did happen, you know, with that kid getting bullied and stuff like that, with that whole thing, I haven't read a, you know, article or seen anything about that, but that definitely is sad, you know. And one thing about it, you know, is, I don't know, just thinking about it. But at the same time, I just don't get how, you know, they'd go and say, oh, she got teased and this, that, you know, by some kids at school and bullied by some kids. But at the same time, they don't talk about what, you know, these criminals coming across, you know, coming to America and doing whatever, you know, to Americans. That's what I don't get. You want to have, you know what I mean? Like, no, don't do that. Keep that on that same level. Have that same energy when it comes to stuff like that. And that just goes to show you, bro. That goes to show you how these women are. It's sad.
We need to create safe spaces for the children of immigrants, for the immigrant children, so that they can go to school without being the victims of this kind of terror. And I am going to continue talking about DACA and stuff like that. That's what this is about.
I'm surprised.
But I get that, you know, but at the same time, have that same energy for, you know, those, the same immigrants that, you know, and people that's coming across, you know, to the United States. And y'all done seen what happened to a lot of Americans because of this situation. I'm telling you, bro. They ass backwards.
Remembered what Time magazine is, because a few weeks ago Elon Musk was on it and he was quoted as saying, oh, does anyone read Time? Where's Time magazine? And then here we are with a fake cover,
Suddenly.
which he's also decorated Mar-a-Lago with some fake covers.
He says the quiet price.
I know.
You know, quiet
I make
peace
them
out
up with my
loud.
own cover for my hallway too, because I didn't know you could do that. But I also think the fact that he's calling himself a king is not surprising, shocking, anything, because he's been acting like a king the whole time. He told us he'd be
How?
a dictator for his first day only, but that's because he also knew then he'd just become a king. So
That's what he's
Trump ain't acting like a king. Trump is, I ain't even gonna say acting. He being the president. This what they fail to realize, and I don't know. Newsflash, I don't know. This what a president is supposed to look like. Him, the person that's in the White House right now.
same messaging there.
Yeah.
But I agree with Anna on this, that I think this is such an easy thing to be like, oh my God, he said it himself. This is a huge deal. This is the same thing he said. The Constitution is inconvenient for him. He's talked about the courts don't have, J.D. Vance went out and tweeted a week ago, the courts can't even overstep the executive branch. Like, a lot of things have been said, and this is a clear reflection of all that, but I think it is to distract from a lot of the things we're seeing right now, the haphazard and loose way.
Where is the Republican Party?
They're the ones on this.
They're starting to.
Where is the Republican Party is what I want to know.
They're starting to get.
You see Alyssa's face? Man, come on. This is I'm telling y'all, bro. I try my best to make it through. I can't even make it through a whole video. I'm telling y'all, because I just don't get it. What they do on this show, what people don't see, is that they're not doing anything but trying to pull people away, obviously, from Trump. People that they're trying their best to do that. And I'm telling y'all, it's not working. People see right through their lies. They see the false information that they give out. And you have people like myself that's going to call them out on it. Like I said, I'm pretty sure, for that little girl, definitely prayers to her family, regardless. I'm not even going to lie. That is something that's sad. Immigrant, not immigrant, I don't care. Stuff like that, when I see stuff, it definitely is sad, especially with me being a father. But at the same time, I look at, when it comes to stuff like that, have that same energy as people are coming to the United States and literally you see deaths, and so many other things that, they're doing to America. Like, keep that same energy. Have that same energy to where it's like, something needs to be done about this. Something like, I'm telling you, you don't get that. You're not gonna get that from The View. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Catch y'all on next one.